Can a mouse improve your aim? In a way, yes, because it can help you adapt to a more versatile grip and create better habits while aiming. Shape is really important, but generally speaking, when we say that a mouse can improve your aim, it's more about unlocking your potential, as in you can probably already aim better, the mouse is actually holding you back. The other thing is, everyone is at a different point in their mouse evolution, so I haven't just used my top mice list, I've tried to make it more diverse for more people to use. So at number 5, the Vaxxy Zygon MP01. This shape is a blend of two of my old favourites, the Zowie EC and the S-Series. So if you want an asymmetrical shell, or ergonomic as some still say, I can highly recommend you check this out. My only issues with it are the weight and the wheel. Some say the cable is a tiny bit stiff, but if you have a bungee it should be okay. Avoid using the wheel unless you like this sound. And if you want lower weight, you can check out the other options. If that's still too big a change or you're more of an EC user, I can recommend you check out the SteelSeries Prime as well. These are both pretty good stepping stone mice that should help your hand get used to the newer ones. At number 4, the Xtrfy M42 allows you to switch the back. So if you want a higher back, you can use this piece, and lower back, use this one. It's based on the SteelSeries Sensei shape, but it is a bit smaller, which I actually encourage getting used to smaller mice if you can. The reason is that I found they're easier to control. Just like writing with a pen, it would be harder to be precise with a wide pen compared with a thin pen. I mean, you wouldn't try paint something like the Mona Lisa with a paint roller, just like you wouldn't use a really wide mouse to help you improve your aim. As always, if you need help choosing which mice are right for you, jump on my website, use some mouse search, measure your hand as explained in the video, and it'll list the mice in order of rank. But it's up to you to know which dimensions you like, so check the website, look at the width and the length, and the height, and hopefully make a decision from there. At number 3, the very popular Logitech G Pro X Super Light. It's a very flat shape, not one of my favorites, but an easy recommendation, especially being so light. I guess you could say it's similar to the Zowie FK, just raised, but the design does feel quite different. Still definitely worth a look. So if you wanted more height on the FK, this could be a good option. At number 2, the Vipers from Razer. Kind of cheating the top 5 thing here, because there are a few to choose from. Viper Mini if you want the back a little higher and the mouse to be smaller, Viper Ultimate if you want wireless, and Viper 8K if you want super low response time. It doesn't make a huge difference, but it is kind of nice when it works. These shapes are closest to the Zowie FK and ZA series, so if you like those, you might want to give these a try too, as they all have the modern improvements including low weight. At number 1, the Finamous Starlight 12. It's a unique shape, but somewhere between the G Pro X and Viper. So kind of FK-like as well, but not quite. The best thing about these is also the worst thing. Best because magnesium alloy allows these wireless mice to go super low weight. Bad because they're so hard to make, they're very hard to get. Finamous are working hard at making more, but you'll have to be very patient trying to get one. I would not recommend buying off scalpers. So because number 1 is hard to get, I'll give a bonus mouse that should help improve your aim, which is of course the one I designed, based on all my favorite design principles on other mice, the Xtrfy MZ1. Basically, I want it as low button height as possible, with deep comfort curves, which a lot of people are warming up to. Nice to see they understand why I wanted them now. And a higher back to help rest the palm a little bit. Some of us find it gives that little bit of extra control, and a lot of people have been breaking their previous aim records, so I think I made the right choice. I generally don't put it on the list because of potential bias, but if it suits your hand size, so maybe 19 by 9 centimeters, then yes, I recommend you check it out. Keep in mind though that with the shape so different, it will take time to adjust. If your hand is still cramping after about 2 weeks, then yeah, it's not for you. But you gotta try mice for at least 2 weeks before really knowing if they're good or not. So I'm not saying you should definitely use certain mice, I am saying you should give each one a proper try before deciding if it's right or not. So that top mice list is a little different to normal, mainly because I wanted to include the Vaxxy Zygon MP01. The shape is just really good on it. So while it's not as light as the others and doesn't have as good scroll wheels, I still think it'll be a really good transition mouse. So if you're coming from the previous generation of mice, which were about 100 grams, and you can't get used to the 50 to 60 gram mice, then yeah, try get used to the MP01, then later on, maybe in a year or so, try to get used to the lighter mice. It's also that shape between the asymmetrical and the symmetrical. So yeah, I think it's just a really good stepping stone mouse, highly recommend it for that. But if you're ready for these other mice, then obviously go for those. So I hope that helps. Remember, check out the website, a lot of information on there, including the mouse search and top mice list. Usual links below if you want to help support what I do. And subscribe, like and share this video, and I'll catch you in the next.